Hello everyone, I am Shubhit Sharma and today I would like to share my journey towards self-excellence, a journey that has changed the way I think, act and understand success. To begin with, earlier I believed excellence meant achieving high marks, getting recognition and building a strong career profile. However, as I started reflecting deeply through the subject, working towards self-excellence, I realized that true excellence is not about competing with others, it is about improving myself consistently. In simple words, self-excellence means becoming better in thoughts, behavior, discipline and values step by step every day. This understanding became the starting point of my journey, understanding the power of thoughts. Firstly, I realized that everything begins with thoughts. Earlier, whenever I faced pressure, whether it was academic deadlines or comparison with peers, I would sometimes feel self-doubt. I would think, am I doing enough or what if I fail? However, gradually I understood that negative thinking weakens performance even before the task begins. Thoughts are powerful because they shape our emotions and emotions influence our actions. Therefore, I made a conscious effort to change my thinking pattern. Instead of focusing on fear, I started focusing on preparation. Instead of comparing myself with others, I started comparing myself with my past version. Whenever I made mistakes, instead of feeling discouraged, I asked myself, what can I learn from this? As a result, I noticed positive changes. My confidence improved, I handled stress better, I became more focused and less distracted by unnecessary negativity. Through this, I learned that managing thoughts is the first step towards managing life. Dharma and karma, living with integrity. Secondly, the concept of dharma and karma gave deeper meaning to my actions. As a result, I noticed positive changes, my confidence improved, I handled stress better, I became more focused and less distracted by unnecessary negativity. Through this, I learned that managing thoughts is the first step towards managing life. Dharma and karma, living with integrity. Secondly, the concept of dharma and karma gave deeper meaning to my actions. For me, dharma means performing my duties sincerely. As a student, my dharma is to study honestly, respect commitments and contribute fairly in group work. Karma means action and every action creates consequences. Earlier, like many students, I sometimes postponed tasks or worked only for marks, but I realized that such habits affect long-term growth. So I decided to focus on discipline and sincerity. For example, during a group assignment, instead of completing only my portion, I ensured that the entire presentation was well structured and coordinated. This small effort strengthened team trust and improved our overall performance. Through such experiences, I understood that success built on integrity feels more satisfying and sustainable. Dharma and karma taught me that consistent right actions eventually create meaningful results, creating harmony within myself. Another important learning in my journey has been the importance of harmony. Earlier, there were times when I felt mentally tired because I was focusing too much on results. I realized that ambition without balance leads to stress. Therefore, I started working on creating harmony between my academic responsibilities, personal life and mental well-being. I began managing my time more effectively. I reduced distractions. I made sure to give time for self-reflection. Most importantly, I worked on emotional control. Instead of reacting immediately in frustration, I learned to pause and respond calmly. This small habit improved my relationships and decision-making ability. Gradually, I felt more balanced, more stable and more confident. Harmony showed me that inner peace and external success must go hand in hand. Identifying my purpose as I progressed in this journey, I asked myself an important question: what kind of person do I want to become? Earlier, my goal was simply to complete my MBA and secure a good job. However, now I understand that my purpose is larger than that. I want to become a responsible and ethical professional. I want to lead with values. I want to contribute positively wherever I work. To move towards this purpose, I am continuously working on improving communication skills, building leadership qualities, strengthening discipline, learning from failures. Purpose gives clarity, it prevents distractions and gives direction to effort. Relevance of working towards self-excellence. This subject has deeply influenced both my personal and professional growth. In my personal life, I have become more self aware. I take responsibility for my actions. I try to remain positive even in difficult situations. In my professional development, I have understood that technical knowledge alone is not enough. A successful manager must have integrity, emotional balance, and clarity of thought. Most importantly, I learned that leadership starts with self leadership. If I cannot manage myself, I cannot manage others. Conclusion. To conclude, my journey towards self excellence is still ongoing. It is not about being perfect, it is about making conscious improvements every day. It is about thinking positively, acting responsibly, maintaining balance, and moving steadily towards meaningful purpose. Self excellence is not a one time achievement, it is lifelong commitment, and I am committed to continuing this journey with sincerity, discipline, and determination. Thank you.
Welcome.